Alright everybody, I'd like to share with you a 28 count stick float pattern that I like to perform solo, and I also like to teach it to my students. The float pattern is meant to teach you how to get your body to move, timing, rhythm, coordination. Beyond that, you see into it what you're seeing. The float pattern that I do is put together from a compilation of legendary Filipino martial arts instructors. The first 17 movements come from the Inosanto method from Guru Dan Inosanto, taught to him by Largusa and Villabrille. I start connecting things with an abanico at the 18-19 section of the float pattern. The 20 to 23 movements are compiled from Eric Top Dog Knaus and Dog System, supported striking. Start to finish it out with 24 to 27 with information provided by Datu Worden of Natural Spirit International, whom was taught these concepts by Sonny Umpad. Lastly, finished it out with a puño strike. Okay, so let's get right into it. I'll show you what the pattern is that I like to perform. So, not so much concerned about how your feet are moving, just as long as they're moving. Really working the upper body. The lower body is predicated upon what your threat's really going to be doing to you. So sometimes I might step forward, sometimes I might step back, I might step with my left, I might step with my right. Every time I do this, it usually changes up. So I'm going to go through this and explain what it is the first time. Second time through, it may look a little bit different. Watch what the stick is doing, how the arm movements are going, and you change up how the feet are going. And again, once you understand this and know this, you spend time with this and do it, maybe the way I do it, you break it down and you make it your own, and it becomes your own thing of how you're going to be moving. Okay, so without further ado, let's get this started. So, traditional, I like to do a number one strike. It's how most Filipino systems start off. So that's how down in Inosanto's Filipino Kali method starts off. So we have a downward angle number one strike. Downward angle number one strike. One. Stepping up. Downward number two strike. Going to move into a horizontal strike to the elbows and or ribs. Forehand. Coming back, we're going to do a backhand horizontal elbow strike to the ribs. Stepping up, we're going to do an upward thrust. My arms naturally move like this. And when they're doing this, I always think, like, what is this movement? What am I doing? I'm grabbing somebody's head, their hair, their neck, their shirt, and I'm pulling them, hitting them in the sternum, hitting them up into the throat for this strike. I step up sometimes, and sometimes I step back for the number 6. I'll step up this time, bringing the stick up across my body, coming down. This is a subclavian strike. So from number 5 to number 6, I'll step back for number 7. The stick will rotate down in front of me. Subclavian strike on the other side. So it looks like 5, 6, 7. Okay? Beautiful movements, especially with the knife, for circumventing threats that are in front of you. 6 into 7. Okay, there I advanced. Outstanding movements, really takes people off guard. So here we are at 7. Number 8 is a downward, vertical downward strike. Number 9, I'm going to step back, low strike to the knees and or a deflection of an incoming attack. You can advance with this again, a retreat. I'm going to advance. Downward, number 10. Okay? Low strike to the knees or deflecting a strike. Number 11, diagonal upward strike. 12, diagonal upward strike. 13 is a high forehand strike on the headline. 14, high head strike, backhand. 15, I'll step up, is a circular strike. Kind of goes in front of the head. 16 comes behind the head. You notice as I'm just playing with movements preceding this one, that I do this circular movement a lot. I just keep the stick moving. So 16 is behind the head. 17 is like an upward hook punch. Comes up and then it hooks in. So strike to the eyes, it could be under the jaw, the throat. Okay, this upward leg hook punch. You're hitting with the punya, top of the stick. 18 and 19, I do an abanico. 18, 19. Right when I get to 19, I go into supported striking from the Dog Brothers. Eric Top Dog Knaus is where I saw this information. Beautiful, very powerful. I'll come down with 20, 21, 22, 23. I'll tuck the stick under my arm. Sometimes from 23, boom, it'll just tuck under my arms. Sometimes it's above and I just tuck it under. Tucks under my arms for 24. This information is from Datu Worden, Natural Spirit International, taught to him by Sonny Umpad. These whipping-like strikes that are released, these release spring-like strikes. It's coming out from under my elbow and whipping out at the target, the threat. 24, I step up, comes behind my neck, and I use my neck as the whip. 25, I bring the stick back. Next, we use our fingers as the whip. So this might be 26. 27, I step up with an advancing knee and use my knee as a fulcrum and roll the stick off. So we have 26, 27, 26, 27, and it puts me right into position for a finishing puño strike. All right? So that's the whole thing. Let's go through it without breaks in between and just kind of do the movement. All right? So we have a number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 count stick flow compiled from a multitude of legendary Filipino martial arts instructors. Take what you will from this, use it, dissect it, analyze the movements. It becomes different if you're doing it empty hand as opposed with a stick or with a knife. If I'm looking at number 1, downward hammer fist. Number 2, downward hammer fist. Could be an open hand slap, could be a hammer fist, not quite a hook punch, movement's not there. 4, 5 is almost an uppercut. Again, thrusting. 6, 7, 8. We've got a training knife in my hand. 8, 9, 10. Again, these could be hammer fist movements. They could be open hand movements. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Supported striking. If you really got to break through somebody, particularly if I've got a knife in my hand or empty hand, if I've got to get through somebody, it's almost C-lot-like, having a supported strike. Right? Now, when you're starting to go behind the neck, with Sonny Umpad's information, Datu Worden, right, does not make sense to put a knife under my brachial artery here. That's a bad thing to do. Even if I hold it up straight here, there's a good chance I'm going to get caught on something and start to tear into myself. Not a good idea. Doesn't make much sense to put my own arm under here. So those concepts and idea preceding the empty hand and demonstration with the knife work best with the stick. Okay, so I really appreciate you watching, taking the time with this. Train hard. Have a great day.